Yo, what is going on today, YouTube? Big beam. What is going on today, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today's video, we're focusing on Season 11 and things I expect to be happening in Season 11 or things that I predict will be very, very strong. It's going to be a very long list. We got 11 things to go through, but one of them I am positive on. The rest I'm at least pretty confident on. Hopping in with number one, you heard me talking about it last video. Horrific emblem. It is the most busted relic in Smite. It's probably the most busted relic we've had in a long time. If you're playing support, build this. If your support doesn't have it, build it anywhere else. Mid, ADC, jungle, solo, it doesn't matter. Build this item. It is so incredibly busted OP. Busted. Number two, Envenomed XC is incredibly strong, and it is a near auto build item. I mean, as is at least. With the buffs to healing, in combat healing is even stronger. Therefore, I expect more healing in games. And I think that just makes healing overall just that much, or anti-heal overall just that much stronger. You're not foregoing damage in your build with it. Yes, you'll have a little bit more single target damage on one character in a team fight with Ferocious, but the utility and the anti-heal, anti-shield of Envenomed Executioner is just so busted. And to kind of just put on top of this one, Toxic Blade is basically dead. I shouldn't see that item again. It is so bad compared to Envenomed XC. Number three, Mirrored Mages are stupid broken still. They're still absolutely busted. Like Chang'e, Kukulkan, Mammon, Yanis, Merlin, Thoth. Any god that can use Mirrodin is going to be busted, but the characters that are busted even without Mirrodin, Thoth, Kukulkan, Mammon, you're going to be playing them anyway, but just make sure you have Mirrodin on it because it is such a busted item. Stats and passive. Number four, not one I can really show on screen, but comets are 10 out of 10, important, busted. Get to them, do them whenever you can, especially early game. An early game duo comet can kind of set the precedent for that entire lane and just let you dominate as the support. The one caveat I have is give it to either a support or a jungle, or if it's in solo lane, sure, solo laners, you can take it, do your little things over there, do your little dancey dance, but get it to a support, get it to a jungler to allow them to like invade camps a lot easier. Because with support, you can just invade camps and just 50-50 camps with this scepter because it just provides so much extra damage and just extra secure. Number five, another one. Dual lane is even more important than it was last season for multiple reasons. One, an early scepter allows you to dominate, yada yada, said that last thing. Two, Bastions give more gold. Bastions now give 200 gold, which is broken. Three, Naga and shield camp cooldowns. It's just more farm for you to get. And with that early scepter, you can go for purple buffs, you can go for green buffs. You don't even have to actually get the buffs. You can also just get the roaming ones. You can get the smalls, and it's just a lot of farm. You're just slowly taking away from the enemy and giving to yourself. Yes, you're getting it at a 25% reduced XP and gold gain, but it's still very strong. Number six, a sneaky one snuck into patch notes. Golden Totem now has 5 physical and magical penetration. This is so good for early game supports that want to just try to play through their damage, or warriors, assassins in that lane. It's good. You don't have to just go for like a green or a cooldown buff. Sometimes getting the extra pen is actually better than getting extra cooldown or extra attack speed or whatever. So just consider that, where if you want to dominate lane a little bit harder, the Golden Totem does add flat penetration. With the changes to lifesteal, it's been massive changes to every single item, god that uses lifesteal. But one thing sticks out to me, and that's how OP I think Camazotz will be with this change. Camazotz is not a god that relied on healing off camps. He's also just going to heal enough off camps anyway because of how much extra lifesteal he gets. But his 1v1 is going to be incredibly broken now, with a 50% increase to his lifesteal per stack from Essence Drinker. So it used to be 9%. It is now going to be 13.5%, which is hugely better. It is such a massive buff to Camazotz. His tankiness, while that's not going to be anything spectacular, you're not going to be able to bully him out, and he's going to be out trading you easily. And you can also just go that old hybrid build with like a Glad Shield. Void items also add a little bit extra damage, but I think Cam is going to be very broken. And on top of that, another one, Vamana. Vamana is getting lifesteal, extra lifesteal now in his ult, but that's not like the biggest thing. And this is, you only ult when you're fighting in combat. The better thing is Vamana now gets extra attack speed conversion in his passive. So instead of 10% of his physical penetration, it is 15% of his physical penetration. And he will also be getting an extra second on Colossal Fury. I think Vamana jungle and Vamana solo is going to be brain dead OP. And I think he'll be able to win a lot of games by himself because he is a 1v5 machine. He is. He was last season. They nerfed him a little bit. They didn't really nerf anything outside of the ult, and now they're bringing it back at half. I could see Vamana dominating. With the reintroduction of void items, I want to just put it out there that number 9 is void items are sometimes bait. This is a 10% and a 10% reduction. If they have 80 protections and you're only getting 10% reduced, you're reducing them down to 72. That's not great. However, reducing a frontliner from 300 to 270, and then on top of that, they also get the other 40% pen from your backliners. They'll be doing a lot extra damage. So it is a lot more relevant on frontliners than it is on backliners. It can be okay late game against some backliners, depending on how many auras the support has on them. Like 110 down to 99 can be somewhat relevant, especially if your assassin's able to then dive them. But don't just auto buy the items because you're like, oh, Void's back. It's OP. Yay. Yippee. And that's both of these. Number 10, Potion of Power. No longer gives cooldown, but gives 10 pen. I think Potion of Power could be a very insane level 10 spike. This is something you can get at level 10. And as soon as you get level 10, getting 10 pen and 50 physical power or 10 pen and 70 magical power can really dominate that mid-game portion. So I could see a Potion of Power pot around level 10 meta. And number 11, class passives. Overall, I don't think class passives change too much about the games. Warrior's going to be playing the same. Guardian's going to be playing the same. Hunter's going to be playing the same. But two classes I think will be changed a little bit. Assassins and mages. One, mages are going to farm a lot worse. Their early game is going to be outright worse. They're not going to be nearly as strong. And two, Assassin's early game kill potential is in the gutter now. Losing that extra pen early really does have a lot of implications for those early game junglers. I could see kind of junglers just kind of farming up for that Jotuns, maybe cringe ganking, and that's about it. But blinking on the mid, getting a free kill early game isn't as viable. And I also think with that, warriors in jungle could be seen because they can now just really easily outtrade assassins. But that is the 11 changes that I expect to just have big implications on season 11. Let me know what you guys think. Anything that you guys have sticking out that you think this could really determine the game or change the game or whatever, let me know because I'm interested. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you guys again next time. Peace.